This was a 2-day ride through the mountains of North Georgia and western North Carolina on a BMW 1150 GS and a Kawasaki KLR 650. A father-son trip on the great twisty highways and gravel Forest Service roads that are plentiful in the area.
Here we are. It's Father's Day. We're off on our little motorcycle adventure. It's called the Short Way Round. Okay? We think it'll make a great video one day, right? This is my son right here. Right here.
This Forest Service road is near Two Wheels Only, a well-known motorcycle campground on Highway 60 in Suches, Georgia. We put new Olin shocks on the GS and did the 22-cent carburetor mod on the KLR just before leaving on the ride. We swapped out bikes as it suited us on the trip. I did find my son spending more and more time on the GS, however, while I fell in love with the KLR.
And there's Big Bertha hanging out.
I ride out of Atlanta while my son lives in Montana and rides his KLR in those wide open spaces. This was his first exposure to the tighter corners of the Southeast, not to mention the greater traffic clogging the roads at times. The dirt sections provide welcome breaks from packs of bikes and slow-moving tourists. Welcome to the tail of the dragon, Highway 129. This on a loud and crowded Sunday afternoon. This is the Deals Gap knee-dragging fantasy. I've been riding here for over 30 years and seen lots of changes to what was once an isolated back road with bad, bumpy pavement. This is the reality of a Sunday ride on the Dragon these days. Some good, some bad, but all of it entertaining. Next up was a quick ride over the Foothills Parkway for lunch at Townsend.
This is not called the Road of Bones like in Russia. This is called the Road of Barbecue, which we've just had some of here at the famous Little River Real Pit Barbecue. And boy, did it make the dog and hog up in Dawsonville look good, let me tell ya. So where are we headed?
I don't know.
I'm getting no cooperation here. Where are we headed?
You're in charge of that part.
Okay, we're heading
So long for the ride.
Smoky Mountain, Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Cherokee, and maybe, if the sun doesn't set, we'll go to Hot Springs. Well, other than setting the shot up so I was shooting directly into the sun with a crappy RV in the shot versus all this beautiful scenery, that worked okay.
It was a slow ride through Smoky Mountain National Park and only a short stop at the top of the mountain where the Tennessee-North Carolina state lines are.
Makes you want a Harley, huh? Where are we? Come on, narrate.
I don't think you'll be able to hear me.
Well, where are we anyway?
Newfoundland Gap.
Newfound Gap.
Newfound Gap.
Newfoundland Gap is in Canada. It sure is noisy up here. Makes you want a Harley.
We had to hustle to get to Hot Springs before dark. The final 20 miles on Highway 209 into town were tough, with loose gravel marking every one of the tight turns. Finally, we made it to Hot Springs, North Carolina, where we would spend the night.
Ah, yes. Just so no one thinks that we had life easy on the trail here, this is our corral here in Hot Springs, North Carolina. This is the famous Creekside Hotel. There are mighty steeds, there's somebody's laundry, and over there somewhere is our room. Holiday Inn, eat your heart out. Very interesting what we have here. Look, it's an intrepid motorcyclist enjoying the ambiance of Spring Creek.
11 hours and pretty tiring.
And how many miles?
330 something.
That's good. Oh, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy. Maximum speed 84.4. Did you do that? Was that you?
Could have been either one of us.
Let me see. Okay.
I was following you though.
Oh, I see. So even if you did it, it's my fault.
Next morning, it was back up twisty Highway 209 to a narrow county road turnoff and then on to a steep, choppy gravel road with multiple switchbacks that leads up to Max Patch. I lived and worked in this area back in the day, and the mountain bald called Max Patch was one of my favorite places to visit. You cross the Appalachian Trail here. The views are breathtaking, and so is the riding. It's then on to either Fines Creek or the Harmon Den Game Refuge near Interstate 40. We headed for Harmon's Den since we had to get back home today. It's a beautiful ride through a wilderness the entire time on a friendly Forest Service road that descends through a hardwood forest.
Well, how was that little ride?
That was fun.
What happened?
I tried to turn around to get the shot and I put my foot down and slipped on gravel and fell right over
Before the shot?
before the shot.
Is that where this little...
Uh-huh.
How's the motorcycle?
Seems fine.
Did you have a hard time picking it up?
I don't want to do it again.
We had no choice on this trip, but my advice when riding down here is similar to buying liquor. Never on Sunday. If you like going slow while listening to loud pipes, it's okay, but not for dual sporting. Stick to weekdays or early weekend mornings if you can.
What are we doing?
Next up, after a stretch on Interstate Slab in Asheville city traffic, was the always scenic Blue Ridge Parkway. Since it was a Monday, there was little traffic and most of that was two-wheeled and moving on. After several stops for picture taking, and the obligatory picture by the highest point on the parkway sign, it was time to make tracks for Atlanta. It was another 330-mile day of gravel, dirt, twisties, and great mountain scenery the entire time. Too bad it had to be the short way round, but there's always the next ride and the next and the next. We're lucky to live in this beautiful area. Come join us.
Where are we gonna go now?
I don't know. That way.
All right, here we are. This is our long way round trip. And this is the best shot we can get of one another. Maybe the only record that Jesse, right here, and I are both here. So we thought we'd do it right now. This is the motorcycle. Thank you. Did I have the camera rolling? I can't see. Jesse.
Red light on.
Huh? Was it rolling? It's rolling. Hot damn.